Hello, my name is Alexandra Honch, and I am a field sales account manager with SSWA Professional Hygiene, based in Atlanta, Georgia. My path into this industry wasn't something I mapped out early on. It started with a job in college at a local golf course and the people I met along the way. What began as a way to make extra money and improve my golf game ended up opening a door I didn't even know existed. Through those connections, I was introduced to the manufacturing and janitorial space, and it completely shifted the direction of my career. It was through talking to a man I worked with, whose wife worked at Georgia Pacific for decades and loved the industry. He introduced us, and she graciously offered to review my resume and share interview advice. That small act gave me a level of confidence I hadn't felt before, knowing that someone so accomplished believed in me before I had even graduated college. I attended Kennesaw State University, focusing on business administration, but that didn't mean I knew exactly what I wanted to do. Honestly, I saw myself pursuing a career in athletics, specifically with the Atlanta Braves. I love the world of sports because it's so much more than what you see on a screen or at a ball field. There's so much happening behind the scenes that makes every game possible. As you can probably tell, I do enjoy many things outside of the office that usually involve nice weather. I found that this isn't too different from the manufacturing industry. There is so much that goes into something as simple as a single roll of toilet paper, and so many puzzle pieces that need to fit together to keep things running smoothly. That's something I continue to appreciate every day when I go to work. Encouraged by the connections I made, I took a chance and applied for an entry level role as an inside sales support specialist at Georgia Pacific shortly after college. While I had always been drawn to the sports industry and everything that comes with it, I began to realize there are less glamorous aspects that often go unseen. The highly competitive nature in that field of work, combined with inconsistent schedules, long hours, and the demands of working around game seasons, made it difficult to envision long-term stability. I found myself wanting a career path that still offered energy and challenge, but with more structure and opportunity for growth. That's what ultimately attracted me to the manufacturing industry. I saw the potential to build a career within a large organization where I could explore different directions over time. Although I entered with very little industry knowledge, it didn't take long for me to recognize how dynamic and impactful this business truly is, and how many opportunities it provides for continuous learning and development. I was especially fascinated by the manufacturing process, how raw materials are transformed into products that play such a critical role in everyday life across so many industries. Before I knew it, I had fully bought in. I like to say I became a bit of a paper towel nerd. As I grew more comfortable in the space, I realized I wanted to be closer to the customers and have a more direct impact. At my job in college, I was often the first face people saw when they arrived at the club's parking lot, which showed me how meaningful those initial interactions can be. That experience stayed with me and made it clear that I didn't want to stay behind a desk. I wanted to be the face the customers associated with the products they were buying. That mindset ultimately led me into sales and eventually into my current role at Essity as a field sales account manager. This opportunity came at a time I least expected it. A close family friend at Essity reached out about an opening in the Atlanta area, and without hesitation, I knew it was something I had to pursue. I could clearly see my long-term growth in this industry and didn't see a reason not to take the chance. Today, I have the opportunity to work closely with customers, understand their challenges, and deliver solutions that make a real impact on their operations. One thing that stood out early in my career was the presence of other young professionals entering the industry. Georgia Pacific, in particular, does a great job recruiting directly out of college, bringing in new energy and fresh perspectives. However, as I expanded beyond that corporate environment and began attending industry events, I realized this isn't consistent across the broader Jansan landscape. In many organizations, there's still a significant opportunity to better attract, develop, and invest in the next generation of talent. That realization has stayed with me and continues to shape how I think about my role in this industry. I believe there is real opportunity not just to grow the business, but to strengthen it long term by making it more accessible and appealing to young professionals who may not initially see it as a career path. For example, creating more structured early career programs or partnerships with universities, similar to what Georgia Pacific and SSWA do, could introduce students to this industry earlier and show them the variety of career paths available, from sales to operations to supply chain. Career development starts before the diploma is received by these college students. The opportunity isn't just to fill roles, but to shape how the next generation views this industry altogether. And that's where the potential for growth truly becomes endless. I'm looking forward to continuing to learn, grow, and build relationships within this space and continue to contribute to an industry that has already given me so much in such an unexpected way. When I think back to where it all started, being out at the golf course, connecting with people, and initially envisioning my path in sports, I never would have guessed this is where I would have ended up. But now I truly can't imagine being anywhere else. What makes it even more meaningful is that those same connections still exist today, whether it's talking golf, catching a Braves game, or building relationships with customers who share those same interests. It's a full circle moment that reinforces how impactful this industry can be, both professionally and personally.